Shen Xi kept telling herself that those incidents were mere coincidences. Until she was diagnosed with leukemia. Her family members told her that they had undergone bone marrow match tests. But none of them were suitable donors. They told her not to give up and that they would keep searching for a match for her. Ravaged by her illness, she could do nothing but lie on her bed as her life slowly seeped away from her day by day. When Su Ruowan came to visit, she showed her the bone marrow match test reports. Apparently, all 3 of her brothers served as suitable donors. But not one of them was willing to save her. Su Ruowan told Shen Xi that what happened to her legs, hands, and face were not accidents, but a plot masterminded by herself. Back then, Shen Xi badly wanted to kill her and every member of the Su family. Yet, she was sickly and dying. Thus, there was nothing to do but to watch as her enemy carried on with her life happily. After she died in sorrow, regret, pain, loneliness, and misery. She realized that she was living in a book titled Lady Luck. Su Ruowan was the female lead who was adored by everyone. Her future was bright. Her parents and brothers spoiled her. Her affectionate and powerful fiancé loved her. All was rosy and well for her familial relationships, love life and career. She was sailing towards the peak of her life. As for Shen Xi, she was just the pitiful supporting character who complemented the female lead. Su Yi's face darkened. He raised his hand to slap her. Shen Xi reacted in time and deflected his slap with a swing of the whip. The air around them cracked loudly as if she had torn through a hole in the atmosphere. Su Yi withdrew his hand in fright. Su Mayan growled nastily, "Dad, she's obnoxious and has no respect for her elders. She isn't fit to be one of us at all." Shen Xi let out a cold laugh. "Exactly, I'm not one of you. You're a bunch of maggots in a pile of sh*t. How is it possible for you to produce an innocent little sweetheart like me? Regret? Pain? Nothing. What was left in her was disdain, contempt, and hatred towards them. In this lifetime, she would not be controlled by her fate and die a miserable, lonely, and painful death. She wanted to leave the Su family, live a good life, and make them understand how it felt like to have a fate worse than death." Su Yi was vexed. "Look at yourself, you be *tch. It's true that whatever that comes from the village is lowly and shouldn't be regarded highly. So what if I come from the village? The person who came from the village is here to annoy you. 3 generations ago, your grandfather also came from the village," Shen Xi jeered. "Dad, see how rude she is." Su Mayan was shaking with fury. "Feisty little C***nt, you must have been infected with a bunch of diseases in the village." All her life, Li Jingren had despised people like her. Shen Xi mocked, "You're just an opportunistic homewrecker. What right do you have to badmouth me? I came from the village and I know all about morals. I'll never wreck someone else's family and become a mistress." Li Jingren was so furious that she felt her veins tightening. Her vision began to blacken and she lost her footing. Had someone not caught hold of her, she would have passed out on the spot. She placed a hand on her forehead as she said, "Dear, I can't take it anymore. You take care of her and get her out of my sight. I don't want to see her ever again." How did she know? Who told her these things? Li Jingren and her husband were a power couple in show business. Nobody knew that her husband had remarried. Su Yi told Li Jingren to get some rest. For the first time, he looked at his daughter, who had been home for a year, in the eyes. "What do you want?" A year had passed since her return, yet he did not know what she looked like. Upon observation, he realized that she almost had his wife's brows and eyes. His wife was a beauty. Naturally, Shen Xi had inherited her genes and her appearance was not bad.